Creed 3 is easily the best film of the year so far. It's not even a competition, and until Spider-Verse or something else comes out, it will likely keep this title. Let's get into this. Skip to the last chapter of the video to avoid spoilers. Creed 3 follows a retired Adonis trying to raise his daughter and enjoy the time he has with his family. This is all shattered when Damien, an old friend from his childhood, shows up at his gym. Adonis tries to help Damien train to be a pro boxer as he feels guilty for being part of what led to Damien getting locked up for 18 years. After a fight between Adonis's fighter Felix, who is the current heavyweight champion of the world, and Victor Drago is cancelled due to Drago being attacked during a party, Adonis decides to put Damien in the ring against Felix instead of Drago. Damien sends Felix to the hospital, making him the world champion, and it's then revealed that he's been using Adonis this whole time, as he is still mad for Adonis abandoning him during their childhood. Damien talks shit non-stop for like 15 minutes of the movie until Adonis challenges him for the title, leading to the final fight. After a long and close match, Adonis wins by knockout, makes up with Damien, and the movie ends. All the characters are really solid. Many of them aren't too deep in this film, which is mainly the supporting cast, but the film really dives into the main ones. Exploring more of Adonis's childhood really gives you an understanding of why he is the way he is with Damien and throughout the film. Jonathan Majors steals the show as Damien. He's an antagonist you could definitely feel for, but by the end you are rooting for Creed to kick his ass. The movie is able to build this tension between the two and able to naturally conclude the rivalry built throughout the film. The film's use of the previous two antagonists is a great touch. Creed's final fight being his first major opponent was a nice touch, and I love how Drago isn't just completely forgotten, and actually has a somewhat relevant role in the story. The fact that Drago and Creed are able to bury their bad blood and have a genuine respect for one another perfectly illustrates the overall themes of the Creed films. With that being said, I still have some issues with this film. I do feel Damien could have been fleshed out a bit more. Once he's revealed as the antagonist, the film flies by faster than it feels like it should. This makes him feel like no more of a threat than Ricky or Drago. And the pacing issue in the last act of the film stands out, which in a way leads to the final knockout of Damien being somewhat underwhelming. But not enough to entirely hurt the film. This is one of the reasons I think this is the weakest of the trilogy. Great movie, but there's noticeable issues. And of course, what everyone's probably thinking, Rocky isn't in the film. The film doesn't need him to function, it functions just fine, but there are moments throughout the film that feel like they intended to have Stallone return, but for obvious reasons he couldn't. Scenes like the funeral, hell, even the final fight, it just feels like Rocky would play some sort of a role. But it doesn't really hurt the movie. I'm just curious how they'll choose to explain this if they make a fourth film, or if he returns in that one. So yeah, Creed 3 is great. Phenomenal directorial debut of Michael B. Jordan. Amazing performance by Jonathan Majors. Just an amazing film overall. If you like the previous films, you'll like this one.